Hey, welcome to Vampires.
But yours has
and
like little
Vitae.
stitch marks on
Yeah,
it.
Whoa.
That's exactly where I was going.
Trust me,
It's
the
like a
audience
little
at home
Frankenstein.
has no interest in being stitched up within our cock and ball
Franken
story.
nuts.
Yeah, Franken nuts.
Oh God.
No,
Little
you wouldn't
stubble
want
hair
that.
just trying to go back in.
Guys, thank you so
Oh,
much
it's
for
so
joining
bad.
us at Vampires and Vitae. I got one throw out. Thomas Single King, if you are joining us, thank you so much for joining us. That could be on the chat. Well, all right. Let's start off like we normally do.
I got a shout out, Nicolas Cage. If
Right.
you're out there.
Yeah.
you
What
know.
up?
Does he still live out here?
What's up, dog?
Where did he move?
just
No, I think
saw-
he moved.
God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, I know.
Christian Bale. No, I don't like you.
Yeah, I was like,
You don't like Christian Bale?
No, he's
he's a
mean.
dick.
He's mean.
He gave us Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's like, he is Batman. I
Well,
don't-
that's fine.
He also
That-
gave us the Newsies. You kidding me
Yes.
right now?
Look at me. I'm the king of New York. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
The King of New York.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, if you're out there,
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
That would
would
be
love-
I
amazing.
would love
Everybody
love
loves
you to join
Frank.
us.
He would
All right.
only be able to play a barbarian in D&D, and he would only be able to say,
I'm the
instead
trash
of,
man.
I would like to rage, so I start blasting.
So I started blasting. I'm playing the
Or,
trash
or
man.
you think you're funny?
Yeah.
Oh.
So good.
DeVito, the moment you want to join our cast,
yeah.
we'll
Open
it up.
invitation. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, like,
Frank,
I know
you
it's
are
always
always
sunny is
welcome
getting
at our
pretty
table.
stale.
Yeah,
So if you're trying, if you're trying to loosen up from one of the greatest, the longest running comedy shows
Yeah,
of all
right.
time, and you want to just really reinvent yourself,
Right.
we're here.
Thomas says, look at that beard, Robbie.
Hey, T. Thomas, thank you so much for joining us. As we normally do, we're going to throw it off to our resident Lord.
That's fun.
Great. We're
Wow.
gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Ask Tom if he can still hear us.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That
As long
should
as
be
we're
done.
still being heard, we're fine.
If there's anybody out there,
I feel heard.
2 weeks ago,
Yep.
we went on a little side quest to find a Pia Poof. The one, the only. I say side quest because there's a lot happening, and in the grand scheme of things, we didn't have anything else we could do. Yeah. So the night sheriff himself, spearheaded by
The night
Alister
sheriff?
Hayworth,
Sounds
a.k.a.
racist.
the canonically zero situational awareness in cardinal directions,
Yep.
which will be a recurring theme, just so we know. Don't, like, I'm going to say, if we ever have to, like, I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to, if and when we have to travel and we get lost, my rolls should be harder.
Yes, you're definitely.
I should
Zorro
be
from
rolling
One
seven. I
Piece.
should be rolling
You just don't
sevens.
have-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of sixes.
There's no innate direction sense from you.
So we got together and we headed into the woods, and there were a series of traps. Alistair immediately
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah.
immediately tripped the first trap and became just devilishly horny. Just insatiable. Just he wanted to fuck.
Barnaby.
Mostly Barnaby.
Yeah.
Mostly Barnaby.
That's true.
I think he
There's a
tried.
good-
I think he tried everybody, but Barnaby was his most likely target.
Barnaby was more receptive.
Yeah.
He got on the horse with you.
Barnaby
In
didn't
the
say.
front.
Yeah, Barnaby didn't say no.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then we brutally killed a horse. Wasn't
No.
a huge fan of that.
I mean,
No, it was another trap.
it was a trap.
Yeah,
We didn't.
we
well,
collectively
it's
as
a
a
trap.
podcast created a situation in which a horse died. Is what I'm
This
saying.
is for everyone.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
You know?
We as a collective.
It's like when I watched No Country for Old Men and they kill the dog. Like,
The
I
situation.
feel it was a bad.
yeah,
I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
And with the horse, I was like, ugh, and it just kept going for a while.
Yeah.
And then after that, we there's like a music box, yada yada, and then we get to the clearing, and there is a Mist Poof hanging out. It's actually Vincent though, and he goes on to explain that Pierre put on this mask. This mask is kind of like a way to bring a demon into the physical realm through reverse exorcism, I guess. You know, it's like
Sort of, yeah.
it's like
Way to
putting it's like
contain the
yeah, it's like
sin.
putting the demon
Yeah.
into you instead of taking it out. It's like reverse exorcism, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse poop, and you know,
Unpooped the demon.
he unpooped a demon. You know.
Fucking that's high literature right there, man. Shakespeare is speaking.
Oh my
There were these two bodies that had been like turned into like meat spider webs, and were still alive.
Yeah, it was horrifying.
Very important to note, they were still alive, which is a part of the ritual. Rose shot the hearts because it was like, yeah. We took the heads. I think we took some body parts to
Eyes,
bury
tongues, hearts.
and to show that we found. We're gonna say they got mauled by a bear. We brought Vincent back into town. We had a conversation with the Sheriff Doug Dimmadome. I can't remember his name. Spur? Was it Spur? I prefer Dimmadome. So Spur, who we we awed and strong-armed him to get out of the jail so we could figure out what we need to do. There was a goat fucker.
There definitely was a goat.
There's a
fucker.
dude there's a guy that
Well, he was inappropriate with goats.
yeah, he
Perhaps
canonically
he was just like brushing their hair and putting bows in it.
No, I think you fucked a goat, man. You came out of your lips.
I said he was inappropriate. I didn't say what kind of inappropriate.
There's very few things you can do with a goat that are inappropriate. The list is very
I
short.
think there's the list is shorter of what you could appropriately do with a goat.
Oh, you can brush them, you can butcher them, you can raise them, you
That's
can
3
nurture
things.
them. You know.
4.
Yeah, and the one thing you
Everything
can't
else
do,
is-
Robbie,
Goat
the
fucking.
shorter list is
Yeah, fuck
fucking
one
a
sheep.
goat.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then we made our way down into the well basement, root cellar, whatever is in your mind's eye, whatever you see. I see kind of like a well almost.
Yeah.
And we met Carnage.
You sure did.
Cool dude. Loved him in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Found out-
I make these names so you guys can remember them.
I remember. And turns out he is not only a kindred, but he is the spawn of one Mr. Grand, the flesh crafting. Is he Smitchy?
Yes. Well, you haven't asked.
Yeah, we
but-
don't know that for sure, but yeah. We suspect.
The flesh crafter.
Evidence
himself.
sort of shows that.
Yes, off the record, Samichi. The flesh crafter himself, and we, mostly Alister, had an idea that since Vincent needs to kill one more humanoid, or no, he needs to commit a ritual on one more humanoid, and he doesn't kill them, and we have a vampire who wouldn't be killed by this. There might be a little wiggle room in the might be a little gray area. Oh, that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Merry Christmas.
Welcome to Vamp, man. All right.
I say that because I went to fucking Walmart, or
in the direction.
No, I went
things were already up.
it wasn't Walmart. It was like
Oh, yeah.
it was like a craft store,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and
Well, you gotta get those crafty things
fucking
done.
Santa
You gotta
Claus
start in, like,
just
August.
staring at me in
Uh-huh.
August. Like
Uh-huh.
no, it was like September, and I was like, I want to
yet.
commit arson.
Yeah. Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, you can then.
Yeah, give me some gourds.
After
give me a
Thanksgiving, if you're
cornucopia.
planning on giving people crafty gifts for Christmas, is far too late. You have to start in the summertime. So I understand.
But like a little.
All right, hold on.
I have a
We're
story.
not talking about Michael's here.
No, I was talking
I'm
about
just
Joanne's.
saying, I'm coming out in defense of the crafty ladies. I get it.
Really? Christmas that early?
Yeah,
No,
okay,
you
I'll
ha-
finish your guys' gifts from 2 years ago.
I just want a
Jesus.
sandwich, man.
Can we
I
just
just
let
want a
it go?
chicken sandwich,
Just gotta
John.
paint it.
That's all I want is a chicken fucking sandwich.
That
We
is all
got it, all right?
Give him a wood chicken sandwich. 3D print him a 3D.
Have you
That's
noticed-
what I was just gonna say.
Have you
Yeah.
noticed every time we take a break
Yeah.
for a week,
Well, we haven't
We-
seen each
I
other for
know.
a while,
It's
so
so
there's a
good.
lot of love
Yeah.
around the table.
it ends up being one of the best episodes.
Yeah,
of it.
right.
We gotta take breaks more often.
Yeah. You're not unionizing.
I need to learn to love
I'm
you
a
again.
dictator.
Okay.
Fair enough. Walt.
What are we doing?
Yeah, right. Playing a game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right. Walt, sitting there, trusty horse underneath you. You've seen your friends go into this, what you know is one of the very first buildings to be made in the last stop. You almost fought against it after the church was built because the church was built first and then the prison. That's not usually a good path for society.
But it is kind of typical.
Yeah, sitting by the brush will, yeah, that's how society goes. Sitting by the brush on the side, you see somebody that you did walk in, didn't hear the full conversation, but you saw his, let's call it artistry. The skeletons being stretched in between tumbleweeds, the sucker of a heart still beating. And calmly standing behind you, you know the man is Pierre Pouf, but with the mask on, it's slightly different mentality. That ever-present shine underneath his mask. It's like a dim-lit candle if you put a shade over it. It's unsettling. Silence in the night for a while. You haven't heard any ruckus from the sheriff's office. What happened here?
Something fucking growled at me.
It was my stomach.
He got picked up by the mic. It was actually incredible.
You lose the blood power.
She's going to have to take a break
I'm
soon.
starving. apparently.
Rose must
Oh
feed.
my God.
That's awesome.
Do not eat the potato.
Do you want a
Not eat
chicken
the
nugget?
potato.
I mean, you got nuggets.
Olaf's
You
running.
got nugs?
Do you want them?
I'll take a nug.
So you're hanging out with a really angry guy.
Nugget break.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Get the
Nuggets
sauces.
are
Get the
happening?
sauces.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. It's true. That was so bad. All right.
As the
My-
moonlight shines off of his
Apologies.
poor mask. It's the unsettling aspect of it is his calmness, knowing that you're about to pluck somebody that's going to go through the same kind of problem.
Now, did Rose shoot the hearts of both of the ones that were hanging up?
Yeah.
She finished. That's
Very
actually
Annie Oakley.
Yeah, right.
you know?
Yeah.
You're with all the other horses, so you're with, and you can look over to that bag. It's slightly dripping. She did take it on her personal thing to cut out the hearts, the tongues, and the eyes from what he had stretched this through.
So, what the hell are you doing out here?
I don't. Honestly,
That doesn't answer my question.
it's a. We have Poof choose to come out here. It's his chance to really net a new beginning. Like
Is Pierre still in there?
oh, no, he is not here. He is currently screaming in his bed.
Jeez.
But he will not remember his torture, nor will it affect his soul. It is a deal
All right.
that I made with his family before.
How long is this going to last?
Oh,
'Cause
the moment he does, the moment which is the important part, do the last ritual, he can come back and take off the mask. I'd be thrilled for him. It's just the faster this can happen, the better for me.
So what needs to happen? Is there some way that we can assist you in it? Because we kind of need Pierre.
And that is why the entire purpose is here. I know that you are looking at, the traps that I laid for your friends. You were able to go away from one of them. So as long as I get one more person to put through the procedure that I need to go through, I can leave. But I do not want to take up his time. I am much happier in the mask.
So you need another body to do this with?
Just one more. He has asked for my help or protection, really is the right word. Yeah, as you guys walk,
Yeah.
actually perfect. As you, you do hear the
Pierre,
forever
Rusty, don't worry.
sound.
I'm not horny anymore.
of
All
like,
right.
like looking at like you were looking at the one of the few buildings in this town. You hear the classic click click of Mr. Alister's staff.
Yeah, sometimes that's not a bad decision
Yeah, it looks
or
like
difficult.
they seem to have found photo for the fire.
Rusty, Monsieur Bouve, Vincent, whatever. I believe we have a solution to this issue. Now, the these people that you turn into ornaments of sorts, they are alive, right? That's part of your thing.
Well, they are feeling the pain.
Yeah. Okay. And once you've completed that, that's good. Okay. So could you do this on a one of my kind? I mean, the anatomy's the same.
Yeah. In fact, I could do more.
Okay. Well,
No interest.
get
in
overzealous
doing-
or
yeah,
anything,
there's no interest in doing. But yes, I mean, like the ability to survive. Actually, to tell you the truth, is more extended. So yes, I could do what I am forced to do.
Rusty, did you know about guy down there? Kindred, one of us.
You wouldn't have. Been.
No.
Oh, so Grant, who you do know,
Yes.
he has a son.
Oh.
As they tend to, of that age, but he's here and he is in the basement and being tortured a little bit. Apparently, his name is Carnage, so well, so you can assume, Anyways,
You can see Grand like on the Dave is like when he changes him, it's like cottage.
just screaming.
Nothing can go wrong here.
You know that scene in Lord of the Rings where the orc comes out of the little placenta?
Yeah, that's pretty much his birth.
And he cracks the neck of
Yep.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's what I'm. That's what I'm feeling. Anyways, I think we could finish this ritual, and then we don't have to kill anybody, and then Gran can stitch him back together if he so chooses. I mean, from what it sounds like, he's been down there for quite a while and is more or less forgotten anyway. So I feel like this is a bit of a win-win. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right, Vincent, does that work for you?
Yes, for the contract it works perfectly for me. But you will experience the destruction of all of his nervous system and ligaments. The purpose is to create a huge amount of pain to pay the demon within Piapu.
Sorry, his father will put him back together again.
Oh, jeez.
It's true.
is
I mean,
We got a guy.
You gotta go.
yeah, the guy.
You should see his. He's very meticulous. You should see his model trains.
He's got so many hands.
That-
So many.
He's got like when you try to count them, the number changes.
Yeah, putting back together has never. I mean, like if I can pull it apart, it would make sense that someone could undo what I have
But
done.
by putting it back together, you wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta come back
No,
out.
no.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
So you just need to
I do not have any joy upon this procedure. I mean,
it's
like
just the
it's
pain
just
that you're looking for.
it's actually I am the shield that protects Pia Poof. I am in debt to not live in hell. The mask is much preferable. to
Okay,
her.
well, let's get you back to that
Yeah.
mask. Follow me,
No,
Mr.
I
Vincent.
prefer. like,
Rusty. If you want to join,
Yeah. okay,
There's a
well,
couch. I mean,
There's a couch. Delightful.
Just sit back.
And then we head back into the prison and
That was
downstairs.
made out of 6 different people. That couch.
Yeah, I think we just head back in and downstairs and meet back up with Barnaby and Rose.
all right.
The plan
yes,
is a
yeah.
go.
Uh-oh.
Everything sounds like it's gonna
Had
work.
you guys walked back up, or you walking back down to the root cellar, essentially?
I thought you guys were still in the cellar
Yeah, I don't think we left the cellar.
because I said I was like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, and I think I was trying to decide if we should inform Grand now or after.
Why don't you?
Better to apologize later than to ask for permission and be denied.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, sorry, but put your kid back together.
He
Come
also
on.
might be interested in the experiment, to be honest.
Look, there's obviously not a lot of love happening between the two of them. That's all I'm saying.
My father hates me.
Oh, you can hear us. That's right.
But do I look dead yet to you? This gaunt face, this sunken cheeks, but like still attractive.
Who took the hood
within
off
this.
of him? Barnaby?
Yeah, right. I mean, like, yeah, within this, like wooden prison. Whoever would like can take a cult and intelligence check.
Oh no! Not
It's a cult in what? I'm sorry.
Intelligence.
As like he flashes out, you can see like his eyes never de-dilate.
This
Got
is my
one-
first time seeing
Got
him.
one success. Brother.
I got 3.
3.
So you do know him. No.
Yeah.
Nope,
right.
this is my first time meeting him.
Rusty's just good at
One.
reading people.
2.
2.
I went ahead and did it. So.
What
Well,
the
thank
two,
God you did.
Well, the two of you see is a
Bless you.
vampire restrained by wood. Not common. You guys have been around Camarilla a lot. Usually there's like silver shackles, and that's. It's odd that what his legs are shackled too, but like the main restraint is just the
This wood.
the wood.
So either he
I
is.
see a folkloric vein in
so,
his-
so either he's extraordinarily weak, or there's something I'm not seeing.
Yeah.
2, right?
Mhm.
You remember being changed, a little flashed in your head. You don't remember much of it. But you do remember looking down at a wooden clamp that was like how you would catch a fox. Instead of it being like a steel trap that like springs, it was wood. And you can't remember what someone was trying to teach you, but you remember somebody very brutally, like a memory for like being 6 or 7 years old, like a really kind of like flashes memory of you trying to escape and someone trying to explain to you what this was. 3, you look at the wood, and a way that your sire kept you from destroying things that you loved was a very similar device. And you remember the runes or the scratchings on it. You can feel them light up, but you couldn't see them light up. Like in your head, you could
Right.
see this language that no one else could see. That was just baffling. Like today, if you were to listen to like K-pop and Static at the same time, and put that like
Every day.
as you were trying to like do some trigonography. I mean, like trying to do some trig homework.
You ever done DMT?
Yeah, right, yeah.
There's a whole
It
language.
just like it's I can't fucking really do what I want to do.
So
Anytime that you
I'm
want,
kind of understanding that it's not the wood that's holding
it's the scratchings,
the runes.
Yeah,
okay.
It's what's in the wood. It's what's imbued.
Yeah.
Okay. I just see wood. Mr. Carnage, was it?
I mean, you can put a hyphen in there if you want.
Mr. Carnage.
There we go.
Carnage.
Carnage.
Carnegie.
Carnage. I'm speaking to you with my voice.
Well, it is apparently, according to the previous sheriff, you are quote unquote destined for death. But it appears that you've been down here for a while.
Find reasons not to bring the hangman in. I can't imagine that my father has anything to do with that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kind of go through what's about to happen. Are we all on the same page, by the way? Is this that we agreed collectively? If I don't want to, make an executive decision here, but
Yeah, I can't see there being another solution. Really, this ties.
there's the
everything
goat
up
fucker.
nice and neat.
But
But I just question not including Grand in this. This may be something that he's interested in
well, we're not
in
gonna
witnessing.
kill
or-
him. I think
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he may find part of this interesting. He may even have a more efficient way to do it. Really.
Yeah. Barnaby, any thoughts, concerns? Is your
Is
snake
goat
talking to
fucking
you?
a crime? I mean,
Not yet.
So that guy's
I
fine.
mean,
Leave
like,
him alone.
Well, that's why they
I went-
classified it as.
Look,
I think that's just his
I
title.
went through.
Yeah.
I've been
The village
going
goat
through
fucker.
the sheriff's. I've been going through the sheriff's diary journal thing, and there are a list of laws and regulations, and goat fucking has a question mark next
That's
to it.
exactly what it does. Like he's like, don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Probably
It's like there's
not
check-
around children.
Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
like there's check marks and
Yeah, right.
exclamation points and question
Yeah,
marks.
right,
And I
they're
don't
like-
know what the exclamation points mean yet, but the question marks.
the
seem to mean-
subtitle after a couple divot points are well, they're his goats.
Yeah. There's a whole property versus ownership versus the morality.
Barnaby's
Yeah,
just
just-
shuffling through
just-
papers.
Yeah, right.
Don't do it on Main Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many rules.
And then an arrow to the word public and
Sunday.
decency. I don't know. So not yet.
Okay.
Have you fucked a goat?
So about this guy,
Jesus.
I say we do what we got to do. So if he's
Okay.
the one,
I mean, like you don't have Vincent there with you, but you all do know all he needs is a victim. Like it's very cut and dry for him. It's not. You
That's
you
what
also
scares
do
me.
know after a
Yeah.
certain amount of time, it will have to be an innocent person.
Yeah.
Well, no, he said that.
This is gonna
If
sound.
I can't complete it, it will have to be innocent.
It's gonna sound weird, but do you think I can get consent from Carnage? As like, what if we pitch this as like a redemption thing?
I mean, he kind of knows what we're doing anyways, right?
Like if we
I
set him
doubt
free
he knows
after
what's.
he
I
does
just
this?
point out that I doubt that he could guess that. But if we could pitch this as like a bit of a redemption thing, you know, like,
So we want to take you apart piece by piece
And
and
your
put you out like
father-
a
what-
fucking puzzle.
but your father will put you back together
This is a little daddy
as a
time.
as a bit of like, yeah, like,
Bonding.
you know, as a bonding experience. Well,
Hey man, if anybody's gonna pitch it, it's gonna be you.
Okay, all right.
It's like Carnage and Grand doing a jigsaw puzzle.
Oh,
Together.
Grand Carnage. I just got it.
There
okay.
you go.
And then I start walking towards the. I just start walking towards the bars. Mr. Carnage. You and your
No,
father.
definitely Carnage.
Carnage.
I like Carnage.
Carnage.
The hands are still up.
You and your father seem to be at a bit of a disagreement.
You could call it that. And he looks over to his, like, it looks like rotting wood. You know what I mean? Like as he like gestures towards you to. Like,
Would
look up.
you prefer to live? Is my question.
I've died once. It was quite boring.
Agreed.
We've all done that.
All of us
That
nod.
doesn't make you
we
special.
we just all nod with a deep knowledge of the boredom of death.
Yeah, got it.
There's
Uh-huh.
like a 20-second silence. We
Yeah.
just,
Yeah, right. Yeah. What else you got?
Been
Yeah.
there.
So imagine that.
yeah.
But not boring.
Oh, yeah, but it's super fun.
There might be a chance, and I can't guarantee this, but I have a friend upstairs that needs to complete a ritual, and it will require taking you apart, but leaving you alive.
You
The
see like
pain-
a brightness in his eyes.
The pain will be
Excruciating.
unfathomable.
Incredible.
It will change your concept of what pain is.
Solidarity.
I think we're dealing with Cenobites here.
And then we are planning on having your father put
Put
you.
me back together.
You get it. Okay, yes.
Yes.
And perhaps. All right, that's all I needed to hear. And I go upstairs.
That
and
sounds like consent to me.
Like he's lost eye contact with all of you. He's staring at a wall.
Excited.
Whatever he's
Vincent!
seen
Yeah.
is.
we're
So-
good.
So
Hey,
is
Vinny.
Vincent going to come down here and do it, or do we have
Yeah.
to take him up there?
No, I'm calling Vincent down.
You want.
We don't want all the people. Up
I'm
there.
not gonna.
No,
lie, yeah.
my question is,
This
Does
would be a
Vincent
place to
have
hide
to
it.
do it?
Yeah.
I
up
mean,
there?
like,
Yeah.
in fact,
I think this is
people
the best. This is
wouldn't
the
know-
best place to
Yeah,
do it.
it's a secret room
Yeah.
that one of your guys was holding one of his biggest secrets.
Yeah.
So
What was that?
The goat
trust
fucker?
me, everyone knows
Oh.
he's a goat fucker. Like that's
so
common knowledge
I call,
within
I call Vincent
has a
down.
shirt.
the village.
I call Vincent down.
I'm not making those.
Come on,
t-shirts.
make that.
Vincent comes down
That's the
like
one I want.
very calmly. One of the few like mannerisms that you've
Put the
seen
at
that
symbol in for the C.
he like holds his fists
Nerdy.
together, like kind of as he walks down. You know what I mean?
Vincent,
That's not a Pierre-proof piece.
this is your canvas for the evening, and he's actually excited to experience this with you.
And surprisingly enough, his name is Carnage.
So you might have good time.
He walks over quietly and starts to reach in.
Just like a
to-
gimp suit all of a sudden.
Yeah, right, yeah. He starts to reach over to the wrist, and you can see like a malformation of his hand. Like it goes into a stretch that you couldn't do with required ligaments. You feel a little bit of twitch in your finger,
Right.
you know, because you do have a little pointed finger with a little pincer.
Yeah.
Right, as he goes in, and you can see him like a chef that's boiling pasta in the steam. He just can't reach in and can't use his tongs. He goes, "C'est a barrier. This
Oh God, damn it!
piece of wood.
Magic.
I can fix that.
The wood. Oh, I just
can?
wood. I just see wood. If you see something I don't see, because that's becoming a theme for me.
Yeah.
So
You do hear you hear Carnage go, "Want to do my chains? You should ask the man that has the key."
Who has the key? I swear to God.
You know who has the key.
If one could shrug with wood on their shoulders.
I pull out my Bowie knife
Yeah. Why
and
don't?
just start
Why
digging
don't?
into
Why don't
the
you?
wood,
Yeah. Well, let's try that first.
trying to
Give
mess
him-
up the.
I understand what you're
scratchings that are
trying to
there?
do. I understand what you're trying to do. Oof.
Ooh, try to take out wards.
It's
But
resolved
they can't be
because
returned if you scratch them out, right?
it depends
Right.
on what he can do.
But then again, he's not gonna be
Resolve and that's a big ask, man. Strength, resolve and strength.
Oh, that works
It's all
for me.
top. We're looking for 3 8s to even take out one of them.
Whoa.
Shit.
It's all ones. Oh my god.
Oops! All ones. Check out our new breakfast cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not looking good here.
Uh-oh.
That is 0. Actually, it's -1.
For a lifeline?
Can I phone a friend?
I'm just gonna shoot it. I'm gonna be completely honest, regardless of what happens next. I am going to shoot.
As he's carving down, what you do see is Walt, a very strong individual. You know, he's very strong of will, freeze, as if not a gust of wind could move a hair on his head.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Walt.
I'm just going to shoot. I'm just
Rusty?
gonna. I pull out my fan. I just right where the knife is about to meet. I'm gonna shoot that.
Give me occult and firearms.
Yeah, that's fair.
Occult firearms.
Fiery occult.
That is 3 successes.
Noise.
As you're
So you just blast back.
no, as you're aiming your gun, you have like almost like a slow down, and you're starting to see some of the problems. You can see like a little bit of like static electricity, like you would see on a, one of those globes that have the the Edison, not Edison bulbs. I don't know what those things are called. The plasma bulbs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right. You can see this little thing of arcane energy that's in between. He hasn't even touched it. This tiny little bolt. As your hand is coming up in retaliation to try to fix this problem, you aim the bullet directly. You have great firearms. Perfect shot is enough to separate you from it. You do see Walt push against the wall. 1 point of non-aggravated damage. Head is clear, though, as you get pushed off. It did stop the connection, though. And you hear carnage.
Well, that didn't work.
Yeah.
A knife. You see him like elongate his fingers and like scratch the wood itself. Do you think I didn't try?
All right. Okay. Well, hang tight.
Alrighty.
Vincent,
Just got a Jason
stay
Bateman
here. I'll be
vibe.
back in like. I'll be back in like. Very shortly. If
Vincent, are there any more traps that he needs to worry about out there?
Oh, Vincent.
I'm just gonna go to. I'm just gonna go to the mansion.
Yeah.
I set the traps to dissuade you to not see poor Pierre's. I thought I could do this all on my own. It took a little bit longer. The traps were there to dissuade you.
Well, I'm just saying, if
No,
he's
you
going
are-
back through that
No,
way and coming back.
no problem.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. I like contingencies personally, so I'm gonna leave this key here. This is for the goat fucker. If we run out of time, kill the goat guy. Shouldn't be an issue though. Should be right back.
Kill Ba.
However,
Fair enough.
otherwise he's gonna wander the streets. It's gonna be a whole thing. So here's a key. If you say it is time, like and then kill the goat guy, you can tell. You know which one. You can tell.
He goes up and he looks at the other guy that's like dealing cards, and the other guy that's like looking into a corner is like, okay.
Okay.
Hello, good fucker.
Go fucker. You better.
My name
pray.
is Triggs.
Yeah.
That's 3 campaigns.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Deep joke.
And then I'm like, do you all want to go just real quick to the mansion?
I'll go with you.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
And then we make our way.
I'll stay back then.
We just,
You just stay with everybody.
Yeah, if they're two gonna go, I'll stay with the rest of them.
Yeah, I'm saying.
yeah, he likes you. He likes you. Let's go.
As I'm sitting here looking at Triggs
Yeah.
on the table.
And
You guys kind of hunker down. Vincent doesn't show any form of like aggression at all. All you hear is the sloth of chains. They sound very heavy, as if they were made of like lead. To like every time that he like moves his ankles, that's the only thing that's chained on him. He's still on his knees, but as they leave and you guys kind of fall into a silence, you do hear the heavy, seldom sloth of bong, something slightly shifting and way too heavy than it should be. You guys are getting up to the mansion.
It's a nice trot. Yeah.
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 Yep. The fountain.
Quick
there's-
pace.
Actually, no. The cane is actually like up against my armpit.
Yeah.
That's how you know I'm serious.
Nurati Road?
Yeah.
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 Fair enough. Yep, you guys get to the fountain. You see the unfortunate, far too absurdly like missions that you go. The door is open. This is currently you guys' house.
Just up
Yeah.
the stairs and just
Yeah.
Up to Grand's
Yeah.
building.
Directly
Grand?
to, yeah.
grand.
Yeah, through the door, it closes right behind him. You see a guy that has a really big widow peak. You've seen him once before.
Yeah.
It's the guy he chose.
Right.
Now he's paying him.
Grand. I'm just gonna lay it all out. You got a minute?
Mr. Grand is currently busy.
Where?
No, can you tell him that Rose needs to speak with him immediately?
I could pencil you in, perhaps. And
There's no penciling me in. I need to
I
speak
literally
with him now.
live here, man.
Yeah.
you are. I'm aware of who you are, but you've not made an appointment.
I don't need one right now. This
So,
involves
What is your name?
his child.
It does not matter.
Oh my God. He gets to him so fast.
So
You want a
fast.
raise?
Yeah.
Would you like a raise?
Why? I'm already
Yeah.
helping an individual who.
He has to stop doing this.
Crazy,
Wonderful
right?
Bro.
plan.
Has to levitate.
If you could tell
Oh.
Mr. Grand
Yes.
I have
that his business partner, Alister Hayworth,
Yeah.
and his pupil.
He like little finger
Don't
comes up.
you shush me.
All right. Like a notebook comes out.
Talk to the finger.
Can you please spell Alistair?
Did he take that part of your brain too?
No, but it's Anglo-Saxon and Scottish at the same time. So
Alister. Hayworth, phonetic. Haw or
In the American
Haywrth.
Standard.
Okay. And his pupil Rose, just Rose is fine. Like the flower. need to speak with him immediately regarding
His
his
child.
son.
Yes.
Sends a notebook around and produces a pen.
I don't
Nothing there.
read cursive.
I don't read cursive.
No, I'm kidding. Alister reads cursive. That would be insane.
You found my plot hole.
I'm illiterate.
yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
For heaven's sakes, grab it and write my name on it.
Yes, good.
For heaven's sakes.
Perfect, go.
With just Rose, he takes it back, nods. Like 5 seconds, he goes, enter!
Oh my
Please.
god!
So have we learned our lesson about putting our names in books? I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, it's true. But
Grand, yes, hello.
Well, and
Um,
how is my aid?
Good. Could I have unrestricted access to you in the future, being as we are business partners?
Well, you may walk into quite a few interesting scenarios.
I am aware
but
that
I
I
am
am
not a
willing-
shameful man.
I am willing to accept that fact.
Yeah,
Just
he
sometimes
says
I need
so
to talk.
now.
Just
Yes, I mean-
sometimes issues show up and there's just a lot of rigmarole, and I feel like we're beyond that, you know?
Yes, I will say, no doors are closed to me if no doors are closed to you.
Thank you.
Do you agree?
Rose is yes, beautiful. Rose is also here.
Fantastic.
We know about your son.
Oh, well, fuck.
yeah. We really
Did he
need-
escape?
No.
No.
Oh,
but
that's such a
No.
good thing.
We have
Because he is fucking crazy.
Well, we have a big problem.
I mean, like, wow.
okay. We have.
I mean, I
got-
should have stopped more in the grocery store before I picked that particular tomato. Like, at least grabbed it more than one.
Well, we have-
bruised when it was born.
Grant, focus up.
Yes.
Focus up. We have something we need to do.
Yeah.
There is we found Pierre. And,
Oh, good.
He's wearing a demon mask that requires human sacrifices to allow him to use demonic powers of sorts. And one of the things he needs to do is, you still with me?
God.
Okay, so one of the things he needs to do
It's
is
like not phased at all. Like
One of the-
demon mask.
one-
Okay. Demonic. Yeah, that's
one
fine.
of the things he needs to do is he needs
Yeah.
to remove a human body from itself and the nerves and the bones and the sinew and create a spider web effect. It's
He's like
magnificent. honestly.
slowly starting to stand up.
So it's a magnificent thing to see, and he keeps them alive in this state of pain and anguish. And so we were hoping, because yeah, right.
That's when you notice that's
Yeah.
and he grows an arm and it goes into his pants.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Just don't look at it. It's fine.
and we met Carnage, and we had this idea
Yes.
that we could. Wants to be turned into vampiric
Everything.
spaghetti.
And then nothing.
Yes.
And then mine. And then him.
And Rose, anything you want to add?
No, I think you got it. that sounds like everything.
And
I'll
and you
need
can wa-
my finest gloves.
Okay, and you can watch.
Enough talking now.
Excellent.
And he turns around and like opens like a back cabinet and like the utensils that he's taking out are like perfectly maintained.
Oh, you're gonna love this. He uses his hands. It's incredible. It's like a
It's just his hands.
it's like a man with a ball of clay. You know, he's just in there.
Take me to your clay man.
I will take you to the clay man.
To the clay man.
He's still like,
Vincent is now Clayton.
yeah, right. Like,
Uh,
he'd opened his first one. You see him take out like hits a couple buttons on the desk, and a third drawer does pop out. Obviously secret. They look way more sinister. Apparently, he was holding the best in reserve for whatever his skin crafting is.
Wow, Rose, this is
Great.
really, for once, this is going smooth.
I don't know why you would say that out loud.
What?
It seems like every time we acknowledge something going well, it goes sideways.
I am ready.
Where are my shoes? Okay.
Right
You're
there,
still barefoot.
immediately is your your new housemate with your shoes.
Okay, thank you very much. I put on the shoes, and we head back to the prison.
He starts, before you can leave, he starts polishing them.
Pat him on the head. Keep going.
It's fine.
Thank you. Remember, open doors.
Why don't you give me a
Ooh.
intelligence and insight roll, please?
Man secretly wants to kill me.
Right? Oh, well, that's an unfortunate roll for me. No successes.
So just a lingering gaze
Double 5.
as you guys walk
Rose,
away.
focus up.
Yeah.
The only thing that you do notice from 0 successes is that he hadn't changed from the moment of his last stroke of that polishing of the shoe. Like it was still, his head didn't change, paused in that moment.
It's like he froze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then we head back to the prison with Grand in tow.
He's like lifting at the bottom of his like robe, you know, as he's like,
Does he walk
he's got
on
his
his
purse
toes?
in
Like
his
a
arm.
schoolgirl on her way on her
he's-
first day to primary.
He's very thrilled.
I was wondering where the fuck he was going with this.
Yeah, right. Dun, 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 as he gets down to.
Rusty, Barnaby, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. We got him.
So I get to fix you. You get to fix me, Father.
That's my favorite part is where he talks to himself.
Yeah. As they're
As
Just
we
watch
watch
the
that.
theater.
Yeah,
We
Yeah, right.
watch Robbie play with himself.
Yeah, right. And I hate doing that, so I'll just.
Alister takes out like a
summonize.
handkerchief and dabs. the sweat.
Yeah, right. As Gran walks down, you see those heavy chains like as like he like shuffles on his knees to turn to face his father. You see the same amount of like potential admiration, the same amount of like you've always fucked me and I want to supersede. Like this thing looking like I am going to fix you and I will be fixed. Of looking at it to the most dark version of the worst therapy people could go through. that,
And then
like, is
Vincent,
contradicted.
who's just
The complete,
unfazed.
yeah.
Yeah.
As the person on the couch when it
The
comes to
mediator,
therapy, how did that make you feel?
Just pulling apart. How does that make you?
Yeah, right.
Mr. Claymore just standing there.
Yeah.
We can
Vincent,
call him
this
that 'cause
is
that's what
Grand.
he'll look like after.
Vincent, this is Grand. This is the father of Carnage. And at your leisure.
Is
There it is. Excuse me. Sorry.
May I begin?
Mr. Grand, if you would remove the restraints.
Yeah, you're going to need to undo the runes.
Yeah.
This is good podcast material, Melinda.
That's not much worse.
eat-
than Sophie in
Just
there.
eating
I
nuggets,
think it was fine if you were like,
rumbling up.
sorry.
So the sound of their strengths is like a nostril flaring into a tissue. As every single rune shortens itself, you
I'm
can
still
actually
finesse.
hear phlegm like as if it was kicked off of the palate of an individual. You almost hear the wiping of tears underneath the glasses. As he starts to wire the
Oh my God.
runes, you see his hands trace back to. You see where the stab would have been coming from, and you realize that was like a fake pattern of the wood. That was like the natural way that the wood was like preserved. Underneath it is what he is tracing in with it. It's like the smell of ozone. It's for you guys, you wouldn't know what that is except for the strike of lightning, kind of that smell as it permeates throughout the area as he starts undoing all the sigils. Pauses right before he goes to the last. He's not powerful enough to kill me. There's a chance. Looks down to his son's face, still hungry. Like, you know what I mean? Like almost like a wolfen grin, like an extended like bottom jaw coming up and just like, release me.
I think Mr. Carnage is very interested in the immaculate pain that will alter his ability to understand the thing that he is seemingly obsessed with. So to miss out on this opportunity would be truly a greater curse than any of us could bestow upon him. Right, Miss Carnage?
That nod. If you want me to go through this, bring me one of the prisoners so I have enough strength.
Yeah.
Oh,
Miss Carnage.
we hadn't put that into consideration, did we?
Grand, it's up to you. Is that a Grand? It's your kid, is
Well,
he?
there's a goat fucker up there, isn't
Well,
there?
I'm saying, is he hungry or is he is he actually hungry? Like what?
How long has he been
Like
down
I
here?
said, he couldn't kill me. He's not that good. I tried to do so well for you, but you're
Grand,
not that
focus
good.
up.
But he looks over to
Afterwards, so we're gonna give you, the flesh after you've completed this ritual. It's part of the rebirthing, so to speak. But if a human being can be kept alive, then rest assured that Vincent will keep you out of that danger.
you like nod.
From Rose, but I was like, in this many vampires in close quarters.
Yeah, right.
It
This,
could go
I'm
so
not
bad
going
so
to-
fast.
Oh, yeah.
this is a root cellar filled with a lot of power.
Yeah.
He crosses out the last rune and falls to the ground. Stockade. See one arm elongate a little bit longer than it should seem like it does. It's like his arms go past his knees. Back of all of his back as all the fibers realign. He stands up a little bit taller than you thought he would be. As if he was holding his body tight against whatever pressure was put him. He's just too lanky. Like the
He's about to
knees
be
are
way lankier.
Yeah, right.
the knees are too high. Like the ankle bones slightly elongated.
Like there's been
Well-
bone grafting happening, kind of.
Well, maybe this is his choice. Maybe this is his form. It's not unhuman. It's when you're looking
It's
at a
humanoid.
man stretch, you can see the slight differences that just don't, like the uncanny valley.
Okay.
Like 3 more vertebrae than there should be. Like 2 more ribs at the bottom.
Like he's been on the rack for a
Yeah,
long
but
time.
but you see him skinny and emaciated essentially as he stretches out, and you can see maybe the things he's done to himself, or the slight variance that he found more either physically appearing, because you can remember this is Grand's kid, so he is a
Smichi, yeah.
he's a Samichi, so he's definitely had his own opinions of his own form.
Well, if everybody's ready,
Mr. Vincent.
Yeah.
So I will begin. He puts his hands out, and Carnage, with a sneer, puts his hands down to figure out what truth he will find within all of this. And we'll be right back with you after the break.
Woo.
See you in 15. Thank you so much for joining us at Vampires and Vitae.
We're moving back with all the cameras currently working.
Wait, let me
I
make a weird
think
pose and then it'll lock.
so far,
Look at your crotch.
so
Yeah.
good.
That always works.
I've never seen Robbie this still,
He froze.
right?
Robbie's glitching.
Yeah,
We
is he?
broke him.
Oh, there he is. Oh, that was like Princess Diana that one time when she
You
lifted
back?
up the brim of her hat and all the lights went.
It was
Anyway,
like a Mitch glitch.
it was weird. Yeah.
Welcome back to Vampires and Vitae. Thanks so much for joining us.
Dear God, save us.
As you see a kind of a wholesome family moment, as far as they can be, you see a willing experiment. Reach up the hand to a conferable genius. Perhaps this will work. Perhaps it won't. What can we recombine? What can we make? The excitement is palpable, especially in such a small room. The vibration of somebody when they believe in something, when they understand a thing. And the willingness of what it would take, the manpower. That's where most ideas fall. That's where most ideas break. The concept is perfect. It's people that are willing to execute it. You're looking at a engine and an idea with a mechanism that can bring both together. I'd like everyone to find a D20. I got 2 to give out.
I knew that was coming.
Man.
It's like, it's a perfect scenario.
Oh, you're gonna roll the big boy?
No, I got 2 to come over.
I don't like this
I don't want to roll the big four.
You want a green one? You want a green one?
Yes, please.
I'll roll this one.
Give me one. Give me.
Do I want that one?
Oh God! This guy's gonna. Fuck, there it was. Like a.
I'll take the DM
The DM
20
dice.
back.
Just hide that nonchalantly.
Light up dice, though. I just had them out.
I handed them to you.
I know. I just had them. Anyway.
What you hear, what you see is Grant go into his doctor bag.
Okay.
Brings out some very archaic tools. There are some interesting edges on them. Some of them are very oddly shaped, as if they were like almost crafted upon nature, like a starfish shape, as if it was curling, being dried in the sun, or you almost get an impression of another tool of like being soaked in fat and then forced to sizzle outside and create ragged edges. Like these pieces of particular instruments that Grant has brought, there's not a lot of rhyme and reason. A surgeon, everything is very short, exact. These are not. These are the back of a fishbone. Rigid, hard, rough, to render, to cause harm. Looks at his tools. They won't be enough. As Vince starts pulling apart just a pinky. It's like watching form turn into silly putty. As if it's melting in his hand. The shock coming from his victim. Or transient passenger, depends on how you look at it.
Willing participant.
Yeah, right. It's, you see what it is for a person to be covered in grease as he rips into the sinews and the actual fibers of what it is to have nerves. Alister, why don't you give me a wits and intelligence roll?
I have this D20 ready to go, man.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is warm now.
Right?
Your pain will be legendary.
It will be. You guys got to try to fix that.
No.
What you do see is Grant coming over exactly to the incision, look at it, miraculously, as if he's seeing new science being created in front of him. And you'd see a small shake of the tools. No successes, you don't get anything out. You don't get any
Honestly,
personal understanding.
Alistair doesn't care.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's just making sure things like
Yeah.
he's looking for smoke and fire, so he's probably just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll need more. You feel a head on your shoulder, Alistair.
Whose hand? Pray tell.
You look over, it is coming from, as a tendril from
Oh,
Grand.
God.
Can I help you?
Is it grazing his nuts?
You're right.
All right, no, it's like
It's knobbing knees.
the little fingers are like tapping on your shoulder. You look in, and there is like a beak, as if it was an octopus.
Is that a cloaca? What is it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, it's a feeding place. All have very similar experiences. Hand coming up your back. It's asking as you see a person almost reach out into the nether, trying to get different strengths from different people.
Okay. What can I do for you, Grand?
For you, the mind. If you say yes, it's over to you. For you, the spirit. For you, the sanity, Barnaby. But I believe that you're dealing with a problem in the first place. It's for you, the soul.
Mr. Grant, are you taking or giving?
Everybody's a therapist.
And if you want me to make something new from the original, I'm trying to find balance. Just to recreate it, you'll still have the pain. It'll be no use to anyone. You might as well kill the goat fucker.
I was starting to realize I should have killed the go fucker anyways. That's one step forward, two steps back.
No pain will come from you.
You just want a piece of my soul?
I'd like you to direct part of his. You see the same, like
I think
a boxer
I think
ready
he's
to go to
saying that,
battle. Like
our
the deep
our
breaths,
strengths
the-
could help.
Yeah.
like it's
How far?
it's like a. Have you ever seen people like make rugs like on the loom?
Yes.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Like it's so precise, it's so perfect. Like, and they're taking very complex designs that will end up working all together. But you see that precision and uncaringness as he starts to work apart just the beginning of a finger. And you have these. Let's call them tentacles because that's what they are. But it has a hand and has the beak of what would essentially be like the center of an octopus.
The beak of feeding.
Now, you've been through this before, Rose, when they jumped through the time bubble.
Right. I suppose. Yeah. I mean, I guess if this is what we have to do, then
The first
I'm
one.
already here.
yeah. How do we?
Soul taken. You feel hand just grasps your shoulder. He hasn't done anything yet.
Right.
But you can now feel the hum of the,
The magic?
not just the magic, the tools he has.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else want to jump in? You got soul.
Yeah, well, I'm
It's-
here.
it's up
I'm
to you
already.
guys.
I'm already here.
Honestly, you can say no.
I'm
it's just
aware.
going to cause an effect later.
Yeah.
I'm already here.
Yeah.
It's up to. It's really up to you. It will make a difference. So we got Alistair, we got Rose.
Actually, before I say yes, I reach into Barnaby's pocket and I take a nip.
Yeah, fair enough. You feel the hand on your shoulder. You don't feel the bite. It's not like a boring sound. Like it doesn't feel like something like is burrowing into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Here we go.
it feels like a heavy hand on your shoulder. It's up to you guys. Honestly, it's up to you guys. Like, don't let me force you in your direction.
I got nowhere else to be.
Yeah. In for a penny and for a pound at
Yeah,
this
right.
point.
You look back, you see Rose and Alistair.
If I could ingratiate myself a little bit more into Grant's life, he becomes more
Yeah.
receptive to criticisms.
Yeah, I'll go with it. It's gonna help the town.
Hand on their shoulder. No pain on it. Feels heavy, but no pain.
I remember the effort that Grant put into making me at home, and
Yep.
just leaned to that side of it, and felt that if he wanted to do something at that point, he could have done it.
Yeah, the only one that ever restrict you is literally the Lady of Flowers.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm good.
We got.
Captain Planet.
It's as everyone's looking because it's a very small root cellar, right? Right. It looks like almost like wings on the back of
Powerpuff
Grant.
Girl.
Like they come from his back.
Right.
But with it
Care
all
Bear
coming through, you see like little, like it almost looks like mucus in the beginning, where they start to like bridge as different veins and different things are like connecting all these pieces in between, and like it beats with what would be a mortal heart. Like almost, it looks like you're looking at an angel of death, all being connected
Right.
into it
Yeesh.
as these wings from Brand do beat slowly. He starts quickly trying to follow the graph that is quickly being stretched out from a very non-reactive surgeon. It is gorgeous. It's actually, as a Toreador, please give me, what is your, how do you not see beauty? That's your clan bane.
Yeah, no. It just says suffer in the absence of beauty.
Yeah, all right. Well, this is the overabundance of absurd beauty, obscene beauty.
Well, yes, and I think that with Rose's intentions, she's seeing this as almost like a bonus class to the
Sure.
things that he's been teaching her about
That first roll,
vicissitude.
yeah, right, that
For a
first
little
roll.
master class.
Yeah.
Well,
Today's lab.
yeah, right. You feel soul, not shores.
Right.
Pull. You
Physically or?
no, just like what is soul? Like more intellectual.
Okay.
And you think about the way that you've treated your girls and have you given them a better life or whatever have you.
Right.
So roll that D20.
Okay. Excuse me.
You're looking for 12 and above.
Oh, God. Okay. 20. Nat 20.
Oh, shit.
She went
That
for all
drops
the-
you down. All right.
He
yeah.
is alive. He has a soul. We've returned it from God.
Thank God.
As you feel that, you can see the arm outstretched, and you can see the forearm getting elongated, and the quick work that he's doing to cover the problems as it's being stretched.
Right.
It's not being thrown into a spider web. Like you do see, he looks up like if he could sweat, he'd be sweating. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like looking up and like nodding, understanding that you hit that nod, not just hit that nod. He like you know that moment of like pure awakening that you found an answer that you didn't know that you had until the problem arose.
Right.
And you have that moment of an argument that you're like, and this and that and this and that. This is what he has. He has it right now. You've covered soul.
Eureka.
Yeah, right. He has a eureka moment. You get with a nat 20.
Yeah.
You also get not an inspiration point, a willpower point
Oh.
for a nat 20. And he has softened the next problem, which will be on to you. We're going to go directly into here.
Okay.
So we're going to loosen
I
that.
made it easier for you.
Yeah, with a nat 20.
Hey.
You just feel wahoo.
As he looks back down, you almost feel like as if a surgeon had a light on his head, like everything goes like back into what he's working on.
Right.
You know the lights on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, that was the exact visual that I was thinking about. Like, yeah, boom, back into it. So, since, and I'm going to also give you a chance, you are only looking for 10, but if you hit over 15, you will get a deduction as well. Nat 20 is a great place to start.
Finally up to 5 willpower.
Mm-hmm.
13.
Not 15, so no decretion
So
on
you said
his.
10.
No,
you
he's saying
passed.
you passed.
Oh,
She passed,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it doesn't make mine go down.
Yeah, right.
You also have to hit a 10.
Yep. No, he's got to hit a 12. That was the original number.
God damn it.
Right? That was your chance to keep on water following
Yeah.
all the way down.
No, it's good.
All right.
Sean ruined it. Thanks.
Or-
No, he didn't.
It-
We're still
yeah,
in it.
right. As you look up, you guys all smell.
Halfway there.
Like, do you know the smell of like a beard burning? Not hair
Yes.
burning,
Yeah.
but like a beard burning. It's a very distinct.
Totally.
Weirdly, I know what that smells like.
Yeah, right, yeah.
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 Like that comes up as he cauterizes the wrong piece.
Oh.
You can see there's a slight disturbance in like what he was crafting. You can see an arm drop. You can see panic in his eyes. He looks over to you as he's working on the extenuation. It starts coming down into a chest. You see him start working on a rib cage, and it's like you know when you make a cake, and if you don't wait long enough, the frosting melts on one side. That's kind of what you're looking at. Make your D20 roll.
You go with the big ball.
Oh,
12.
I hate
12.
that one.
It's the eyeball dice.
11. I just missed it.
Oh. Sorry, Tyler.
Roll now if
He
you want
said
me
he
to.
hated it.
Yeah.
Told you. That's why I hate it, because it's weighted bad.
Right.
You saw it was a 13, and then it rolled over to 11 because that fucking eyeball. In it.
As you can see it being stretched apart, there's too much. He didn't fix it quick enough. The back, you can see the organs and the back muscles extend and exaggerate as he's.
Can I
trying
burn a
to-
willpower to help it?
Yes, you can.
Ooh.
That does
To
match
make-
you.
To make that match.
That match. There we go. What you were hearing was the sound of a backbone being separated vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae, as if it was going to be arced around a rack, and it was at its breaking point. It does snap back. You see a very exhausted. In fact, let me help for a second. Yeah, not bad. Well, not great either. You hear it snap back. The sounds of power tools would be so foreign in this time period. You can hear whatever he's doing within his own particular instruments buzzing up. Zzz, like mechanical. Could you imagine what it would be like to hear the first mechanical sounds? As you feel a wave of confidence moving past you. This would be a big deal, Alister, if you could hit 12.
You.
As your
It's all you, baby.
You got this. You can do it.
spiderwebs burned by fire. Oh, there we go. You see an eye from the last outstretched. What you're stopping is the left side of his face, as you could see the part of the skull. You know, there's little seams in the skull,
Yeah,
and the
where all the
oculus,
bones- Where the
yeah,
plates
right, yeah, right,
fuse.
all of it. You saw it starting to be elongated, and this eye just tracking you. You know, this red, bloodshot eye of true anger, and as you focus yourself into
Like,
self.
Calm down, bro.
Yeah, right. You see it de-dilate. You see it calm. You see the head stop being exposed, and it renets.
And then I have a headache.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Alice was like, ow.
Right. The two end in almost a like unique sigh.
We good? Roll call. Alistair, yeah. Rusty? I could see everybody. Like, nobody moved.
Right.
That was 4 complete successes.
Yeah,
That's
thank God.
You.
I think it's the
With
first
a
time
nat
we've had a
20.
unanimous
Yeah.
success
Yeah,
at the
with
table.
a nat 20.
Yeah.
How can I help you? Looks over to his father. You can see him like outstretch his hands, and it gets a little elongated, and he brings it back. Huh. Oh, that was a thing.
How are you feeling, Mr. Carnage?
And I think you can just call me Carr.
Okay. Car, how are you feeling?
Big flex of his shoulders. You can see like ripples up, and then ripples back down.
It's all separated, though, right?
Oh yeah, like
By
like
space.
like he's going like he just got stretched. You guys all succeeded. You know what I mean? Like trust me, it was very gruesome if one of you failed, but you really did well. Like you could see like when a guy like flexes one pec and the other pec, like
I
you can see
wish.
like the strangulation.
So
in
he was
between
being
his,
pulled
like,
apart and then put
like
together,
put together at a
the
very
same time,
similar time, and
from
you-
behind.
and you fixed the mental problem he had in the first place.
Peck pop of love.
Yeah, right. You have a new ally. Uh, who knows what he
Oh,
brought
the odds
back.
are really against us on that one too.
Yeah, that was
The
that you
odds-
weren't supposed to succeed on this. It's supposed to be
I
another
can
one
tell.
of your villains.
I can tell.
Yeah.
that-
I can tell with
yeah,
this.
right, yeah.
Instincts for high.
Yeah,
Thank
DMs
God for
were
The
Willpower.
dice are on our side.
Yeah,
today.
right.
I've rolled
Yes.
way worse death saves.
Yeah.
True story. Jeez.
And those are flat 10s.
yeah, but
Yeah.
what is in front of you is a man of Adam. He is God was intended. He is chiseled out of stone. He is recreated by his father in his father's image to perfection. His father literally got to fix his mind, fix his body, and create a perfect individual in his perspective.
Is
of it.
Alistair still horny?
His dick is. I mean, it's.
I mean,
it's the
like-
perfect. It's just.
Yeah,
The
not
thing-
for the
the-
love.
Come on.
Oh, that's too far.
Yeah, I just literally just disintegrated a whole.
Yeah.
Alistair reaches out a hand for a handshake.
It
What are
is-
you reaching for?
Whatever.
Talking
whatever
about
I,
his meat slinking.
whatever I can touch.
Yeah, right. No, it's a very firm handshake. He seems completely. I mean, all of you succeeded. There wasn't a part of. This was a creation of Adam. So yeah, this is like there's a very no heartbeat, still dead, but
If only were that easy, right?
Yeah. Did we win vampire? Is
Yeah,
that
right?
what that means?
No. So I shake his hand.
Yeah.
And then I look over to
I mean-
Vincent.
oh, the mass. He looks up and like
Here.
Oh, I was hoping to say goodbye.
yeah.
All
I
right.
mean, like it is a sad mask, but like that somehow that light says thank you. You know what I mean? Like behind the eyes, like there's a little thing of it, and you see him reach up the mask and just a big exhale.
Goodbye. Okay.
You see black veins disappearing away from Pierre's face. You see him kind of go into a panting on his own knee, and looks down at the mask and turns it around.
Put it back on. No. No.
I want to do it again.
And we used Vincent as a tool for good rather than a weapon of evil. Well, like 1 out of 3 times. We got to him a little late, but
You're more understanding than my family. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Pierre, we trust me. I know you're a monster hunter, but the good thing about us is that we're not exactly shying away from that kind of stuff.
did we kill what we needed to kill?
Better. Meet Carr.
Yeah, right. Like this.
I know you have no reference, but like
yeah,
this is a
right.
glow up.
Yeah, I mean, think like Avengers. What's his name? Captain America coming out
Yeah.
of that. I mean, just
Yeah.
still
From Fat
steaming.
Thor to Captain
Yeah, right,
America.
yeah, like, all of it. Yeah. Oh, fuck. All right.
This is Carr. This is the child of Grand.
Yeah, Grant's still on his knees, like looking at this new creation that he's. I mean, that it's a dream of this particular type of vampire.
By the
that
way,
makes something
Grand, I hope
perfect.
that I hope you trust me more from
Yes.
now on. I feel like I've got some good ideas.
It's beautiful. We'll do it to the mall.
No,
God
no.
damn it.
You, Grand.
Let's focus. Come back here.
That's not the plan.
Are you familiar with Icarus?
Yes.
Don't do that.
Oh, one should not make wings of wax. Yes, of course.
Well, I'm saying you flew to the sun and managed to touch it. Take the win.
Hi. Son? Like this weird, like, slightly hinged individual, like, gets embraced by a mecha of man.
Well, Rose, I think we found possibly a. If he needs a job, I'm just saying.
I mean,
he's gonna make some.
Yeah, that would be a very specific market too.
Do you suppose that they could join us in our upcoming foray?
I believe if things go south, we have ourselves
Back up.
quite the man
You-
for backup.
Just still hasn't spoken yet, but like
He's like a
just-
Spartan, but like
yeah,
without
right.
the toxic masculinity.
Uh,
You know, it's like
Well, there's no sweat.
it's like the body of Arnold in his prime with like a Mr. Rogers, you know.
I'll
Like the
try to make
perfect
that true.
man,
Yeah,
just the perfect man.
Won't
A
you be my
walking,
neighbor?
yeah, just a walking green flag of muscle.
As you guys are speaking, you do hear
The cardigan,
boom,
but
boom,
not
boom,
buttons.
boom. You hear from on top. You see some dust coming down from the one door that leads up from the ladder.
Yes, hello.
Boom, boom. It's as if someone's like kicking down.
I take my cane and. Good evening.
I mean, like you hear, it's very like it's a root cellar, so the sound.
No, I'm just
doesn't really
lifting.
come down.
I'm saying
Oh,
I'm,
you're
I'm
lifting
lifting
up?
lifting the
Oh,
door.
I thought you were like, yeah, you
yeah.
too.
No, I'm like popping it up like a.
Hey!
Yeah, I'm popping it up just like, so I can see like
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, no problem. You see Cowboy. He's like flushed in face, obviously ran here.
Oh,
Oh, cowboy. Good evening.
Someone's riding in from the north.
Okay.
Like we see some dust cloud, like a lot of horses.
Okay. Saddles on these horses, clothes on these men.
We see a dust cloud. It's got to be a few individuals.
Okay.
I've already ran the town. You hear town criers, to the church, to the church. You know what I mean? Like he'd already sounded the alarm. You know
Has
what
Johnny
I mean?
and Thistle returned with Cowboys?
You can ask him. You didn't send Cowboy.
Right.
You sent his second in
You
command.
seen Johnny Rattlesnake up there?
I've been, Alister, I've been trying to get people into a place that they wouldn't die.
It was just a
So,
question.
no,
I'm
I
not-
haven't seen
Okay,
anybody.
thank you.
What I'm telling you, and by the way, I know this place. Some other people know this place too. Just be careful about that.
What, here? Like in the sewer?
Yeah,
cellar?
why do you think I knew where to find yous?
Oh, wait.
But
This is Carr. He's
holy shit.
a changed man.
Is your
I dropped my
I don't
cane.
know what beauty is anymore. Yeah.
What is Glade plugins? Get out of here.
can we have them, man?
Ruining my immersion.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So
Getting rid of the burnt
yeah,
beard smell.
Carr, I see you look great, rejuvenated. Would you mind all of us just going and seeing what's going on out there? Rose, Barnaby, Rusty, I think it's happening.
Oh, okay. I thought we had a little bit more time, but yeah.
As did
let's-
as you guys go up, the night is starting to eclipse. A lot of things have been done on this particular night.
Goat fucker, give me your clothes.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Carr, here you go.
Yeah, right.
The pants fit, the shirt
yeah,
doesn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like all the way out here.
I ripped the sleeves off.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Try not to mind the smell.
Yeah, right.
Unbuttoned, sleeves ripped off.
I'm thinking that
pants a little tight.
Wool in the pocket.
what's the, like Guy, from the newest Ryan Reynolds film. Catchphrase.
Yeah.
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 Like that kind of feel to it. And you look out to the north is on an unbeaten path. You see like a triangle of dust being kicked up.
Okay, well, let's hope it's good news. Shall we?
Are we still going with the plan to talk to him?
I would love to at least attempt
Yeah.
a dialogue.
I think we should try to do that as much as possible.
So, Cowboy, can you go get Mr. Shove?
Yeah. Yeah. Takes off.
Thank you.
And Johnny Rattlesnake.
He's a good kid. Well, I mean, if he sees him,
Well,
I'm
no,
sure.
it's one of Cowboy's
Yeah.
boys went up to my place to get Johnny and
Yeah,
Thistle.
but we don't know if.
Right, we don't know if they're back yet.
Yeah. They'll see us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious where we'll be.
Going to be a large crowd.
And then I think we just kind of wait in like
As this
for the
gets
clearing.
as this gets closer and closer. It's the scary part is how the V stays. Like, you know, the dust behind
Like
it.
information.
Yeah,
kind of.
information. These things are perfectly done. It looks like an arrow.
They ride
Heading
so
in the
straight.
distance.
Wait, there's a rock. Nope, still going straight.
Yeah, right. Good
Oh,
reference.
they're good.
Oh, he's just gonna walk over that. You know, stops over straight down. Good reference. Inspiration point. You get one.
Boy.
All right. God, you must be thick of inspiration. Although you do use them a lot.
The willpower?
We use
Yeah,
our
willpower.
gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I just got another one, that puts me back to 5.
Oh yeah. I gotta stop being more stringent. As it's starting to come down, you do hear the thundering of hooves.
Alistair's just standing there, his one button undone.
Yeah,
as it is
yeah.
now.
Give me the visual of you guys.
Alistair's
standing up.
standing. He's already dusty. His coat is like ripped up from all the thatching and all the outdoors. His feet, disgusting. It's just caked in
Dirty as
mud
some
and
feet.
dirt, and like, there's like blood on him. He's still a little chubbed up.
Fair enough. All right,
You know.
that's.
Semi.
We're gonna stop you right there, Rose. What's your moment?
God forbid I paint.
like as you stand in the forefront
With his
Rose,
cane, that's all I was gonna say.
With, your
his
cane, Rose, you come up next. What do you look like?
I have grabbed a long rifle from the sheriff's office,
All right.
and I currently have that slung over my shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the arms like in rest.
Yeah, yeah.
Over top of it.
And yeah, she's just she's got one leg out, leaning on one hip,
All right, ready to take on whatever the hell
Just-
this is.
standing and waiting.
All right. Walt, what does Walt look like?
Well, Walt's got his hat pulled down a little low, wearing his duster.
All right.
He's got the rifle in the holster on the back. He's got the duster pulled back and just resting his hands on both of his pistols.
All right. As the belt gleams,
Just
Right.
resting them there.
just resting it there. All right, Barnaby, what do we look like?
Standing directly to Alistair's right.
Okay.
Sleeves rolled up, snake's tattoo
Sure.
showing. Jacket a little bit back,
Sure.
pistol on one side, knife brandished on the other side.
I'm like surrounded by guns,
Yeah.
but I don't have them. I'm just standing there like, well,
Yeah,
hope
right.
they don't shoot me.
Yeah, right. With the cane.
Yeah.
Right. Like instead of like the sunset, obviously it's the moon finishing over the horizon at full tonight. As this group of with the light behind them, it's like a silhouette coming towards you. Finally, they start to getting closer into the bramble. Painted horses. You hear the sound of saddles. You hear the sounds of bites in the horse's mouth. You hear the sound of metal against metal. They slow down in front of you. The lead man, nice suit, expensive suit,
Good suit.
high collar,
It's Italian.
all the way past his ears.
You can
The
tell.
Suit. Big shoulder pads. V cut.
Straight cowboy hat, very, very close cropped on the sides. Comes straight down and he does look up. When he brings up his hat, you see bright eyes, gray on the pupil, and a smile that just doesn't quit. Seems to go all the way up to his cheekbones. Puts his hand up almost in a casual way, closes his hands, and the entire party behind him stops. And smell fresh blood on him. Anyone can give me a wits and awareness roll.
Heat and awareness.
Big black steed he's on. Definitely a show horse.
I'm a steed.
Come on, baby.
I am winning.
It's a no from me, dog.
Shit.
I think I'm more focused on the danger, the potential
Right.
danger, than I am trying to suss anything out.
All right. So far, 3.
I got
Okay.
4.
4.
3.
Alistair's like, that is a nice suit.
Yeah, he's just got it.
Alistair, you feel almost immediately trying not, that's the reason you got 0, not to pledge allegiance to the fucking flag. Been true, old, older than you.
Okay.
As that hat rises. Who was 3?
Me.
You see on his horse about 12 heads hung from their hair,
Oh. Gruesome.
hanging down as if it was like a shag part of the horse, artistically done.
Right.
4.
Yeah, both of us.
You both know natives. You have native speak. You're from this region. These are 12 natives, all decapitated, saddled around this guy's horse as the hat lifts, the gray eyes shine. Well, I'll drink your land. Look at you upstarts. You, New Camarilla in town. Isn't this amazing? I've been asking for a long time for some help. Just that they finally took me seriously. You've settled my friends. My friends have taken care of your problem. It's good to have more Camarilla in town.
Good evening. My name is Alister Hayworth. I got into town quite recently with my compatriots here. I'm sorry. Actually, do I know him? Can I roll to see if I? You said Old Ventru.
He is the genus of the word capitalism. His name is Cap.
You.
You would he'd be like in textbooks if there was such thing of it.
No, I wouldn't be a Ventru if I didn't recognize Cap.
The smile gets even bigger. The bushy things. Another Ventru.
Yes, it's good to meet you.
Very good to see everyone. You had quite a big problem. A big problem.
I would agree that that was an issue that was ongoing, that we were considering different angles on, but what's done is done, it appears.
Of course, I wouldn't let another finger of the Camarilla not get supported by me. Are you kidding me? I've been here for so long by myself. Of course, my men, you look, and they are rough. And
Are they
tumble.
kindred?
Oh, yeah, not a heartbeat. Not one heartbeat around them.
Well, that's an alarming.
Yeah. Oh, and anyone can look in, but it's pretty obvious. Different disciplines, different type of kindred. We went to the mountains. You went to the lowland. Getting to California is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, we decided to take route in the last stop on the west.
Who is the prince here?
I like, for the first time, you see Alistair is like
Just that
visibly
big
like
smile, just-
hiding like panic,
Right.
and like looks over to Rose and is like, looks over to Rusty and then is, perhaps we should have a meeting at the mansion where we can discuss things
Ah, yes.
in detail.
You've done great work there. Yes.
Grand says thank you. No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, Grand really does.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he's like, this is what I. He's not Camarilla, but this would look great to Camarilla.
Yeah.
Please lead the way. Oh, you're keeping them in squalor.
We are working on building up this town to be a great city, that can have what I like to call free-range humans.
Free-range humans.
Yes, I find much like cattle, when they are given everything they need, you need not hunt them because they stay. So we're creating a city where everybody's needs are met. Makes things more palatable.
He looks over to like the three of you, like everyone's needs met. When's the last time that you fed? You didn't feed on that hard, so you are hungry.
Well,
Just these eyes that
yeah.
just,
I mean, no more than Rose usually is.
but not full.
No.
'Tis true that resources tend to be scarce in these parts, you are aware, but it is just a part of the necessity to build something better, stronger,
Oh.
and more resilient.
That is why I'm thrilled that you're here.
Hunger pains are growing pains.
Yes, you have the.
I'm not hungry.
I
ate when I got
Yeah,
up.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Rusty,
Yeah.
no, Rusty snacks.
Yeah. You have heard that there was stuff up in the north, but you haven't heard what it was.
Yeah, this is kind of surprising. I've been here for 150 years and haven't seen this.
I take Rose by like the arm as if we're casually going to head towards a mansion, and like in her ear, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do.
You're going to have to continue to be the prince.
I don't want to be a
And
prince.
nobody wants a prince, but we need to make this.
What if we just, I don't know, tell
They're
them.
walking behind
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the horses. No one's dismounted. Like
Okay, I
it's
get
just-
he's a bit of a Camarilla fanatic, but if he realizes that we aren't part of the Camarilla, me.
What I'm saying, you've got to play the role, at least until we find out what the fuck.
But if he finds out that I'm not the prince, then we're gonna have to. It's gonna be a huge thing. I'm just saying.
It's the sound of the swaying heads.
Yeah, I would
that's
sooner
hung
deal
up
with
by
him
their
from
hair.
a distance than to deal with him in our
Like,
town.
like it's a hollow sound coming from their windpipe that has been undone.
Yeah,
like
ugh.
it's the conk. It's like
Awful.
a half-full coconut hitting each other. Every step that the horse takes.
Fuck me. Fuck. Just the whole way.
You see, the one person that's like taking this in stride is Grand. He's like, oh, well, you like the mansion, you know, all Italian model. He starts like giving the like tour of.
Rose's eye starts to twitch.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, right. If you look over here, they're currently building a
Alistair's
playroom for the
gripping
mortals.
the cane so
yeah,
tightly.
yeah, right.
But you can hear the wood starting to like creak a little bit.
Can I get
Yeah.
a closer look at the men? Is it his men?
Oh yeah, for sure. Give me a yeah. This is when you guys should be investigating. Give me what's higher for you? Because if you're taking the choice, it's either going to be intelligence or wits.
I feel quite witty.
All right, wits because you're taking the time. Wits and investigation.
Oh, investigation. Son of a bitch.
Still a good role.
You're taking time.
Try to give myself some cushion.
Absolutely.
Fuck.
Ugh.
Well, that takes that one away.
Yeah, and that
And
one
t-
takes that one away.
Takes
So
it completely?
Yeah,
But I
so
can still roll.
You need to re-roll those tens. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
So
one
right-
ten.
The tens still
No, you
explode.
had 2 tens.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. One of them rolled over to an 8 when you touched it.
Ah, I got it.
I
Okay.
promise. I was paying
Oh,
attention.
good.
Melinda pays attention.
I tried.
Fucking 2 9s.
Yes.
So
See?
4 all day.
No.
Or 2
No,
all
Two
day.
just
all
2
day.
all day.
I would like. Let me hear me out here. I would like to roll intelligence and politics to understand what I should be doing in this situation.
Yeah.
Which is
let's
not my best roll.
Yeah, right.
But I would like to roll
You
that.
definitely
Yeah.
can.
I'm just looking at
after,
guys
like,
and
the guys
guns.
first.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, these guys are. As one thing you notice, 2 successes. You see caked on dust, as if not one of them had pushed away the problem what they were doing. You see zealots, people that you would shy away from in a town that was owned by the Camarilla. You're looking at what you would call a scourge, like as a right hand man. You're looking at
Oh, he brought all the big boys.
yeah,
huh?
right. Like yeah, you wouldn't know any of these titles, but these are rough and tumble, first explanatory thing into the West. They hit what they hit was the mountains. So these are some old, well saddled. They know the land. They know how to use all the material. This is not their first fucking rodeo here. This is a battle worn, tested, like not veterans. You're looking at veterans.
And look at their horses specifically.
Yeah, I mean,
Speak
well
to
taken
the
care
horses.
of. Well taken care of.
Regular old
Yeah,
horses.
I mean, like,
Live.
yeah, I mean, like the right tools for the job kind of horses.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, go ahead.
I'm gonna. It's 2 successes.
You know how to exist perfectly in the Camaro world. In fact, you, with your sire's help, got better deals than most people. That's why you were sought after. That's why you had the position you did in Boston. How to act? You once hung out with the Prince of New Orleans. He was wild and wonderfully French.
I like French.
They expect things to be done quietly and for the right things to be done at the right time. You have a slight misgiving of now you're very proud of yourself for sending away the slaves. In this particular scenario, they would have been useful. You do know that you have a new individual at the house. You know that Grant has been hiring. You know how far he's been going. You know these people are looking for a ritual of a prince visiting another prince. You do know what is expected for the pageantry. Even if you didn't have a lot, you would still be expected to have some pageantry here.
Okay, knowing all that. Alister just runs. This is to Cap. I hope you will forgive us for the lack of pageantry that you might be accustomed to in the East. Resources being what they are, we are going to do our best. But if you'll give us a moment to clean ourselves up after this evening, and we will begin with the ceremonies and have our conversation.
Your new city, new thing.
It is brand new.
It's fine. In fact,
It is in construction, so
I
be
cannot-
aware.
But look at what you've done. Look at the beautiful thing that you've made.
Yes, that was.
I think that you are nothing but a feather in the cap for what we're all striving for. We'll sit out in a tent, and he's just like over talking you. You know, like I mean,
Absolutely. Yep.
all right. We can set up in a camp, and tomorrow you can show us the ritual
You
of
are.
invitement.
You are beyond gracious in your temperament and your well-being. Thank you.
This big bear of a man like embraces you with a fake bite, and then like on the other side,
I do the same.
yes, it is custom in very very old Ventru to risk one's own neck.
Barnaby's confused by this.
Oh yeah,
Are they
Rose
lovers?
elbows Barnaby. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. Promise.
I just give a head tilt.
yep. As they start beginning their own camp, they kicked over like part of the people that are living there. Like not a lot, like 3 tents. But they're like, this was our square. They wanted it close to the mansion, and just essentially, no one's killed, but essentially just demolished 3 tents, 3 habitats.
Jesus Christ.
He doesn't know much about the Camarilla. Just what
No.
his maker
Alistair is
taught him in that
beelining
book.
for the mansion.
Yeah.
Oh, what you're seeing is it's the speed that they build everything. It's not just those vampires. They have like human fucking people behind them to
Slaves?
Yeah, and you hear that. Well, not like Gran had, but people that are enthralled. And what we're going to leave you with is the sound of stakes being put into the ground to put up these tents. The mechanism of industry. This doesn't sound like your carpenters. Your things that make beautiful things. things that, I mean, like, as soon as you put them in the right direction, they make beauty.
Right.
I think
This
I think
sounds
Alistair
like- yeah.
shivers with remembrance of the Ventrus that he's met.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and this is one of the history book guys.
As I make my way to the mansion. Just,
Yep. As you go, open the door. Everyone, all of you, I'm imagining, are going into the door to make a plan. As when you're leaving, what you hear is it's the sound of progress.
I'm going to call for Philippa, and I'm going to ask her to get me some coin out of my bag. And is Cowboy around
You
It's probably at the church.
at the church?
I would assume that's where the children went.
Yeah, well, we're at 3:30 right now, so unless you guys want to go for another 20 minutes, I don't want to open up that bag.
We can talk amongst ourselves if you
Well,
want.
really, all that I was going to get Cowboy to do is to.
Oh, I have it.
Yeah,
Trust me,
no,
I
I just
have
wanted
all of it
Cowboy
right
to
now.
give the people whose tents have been bulldozed at this
Yeah.
point a little bit of money, and for the boys to help move the tents and get all their
And I don't have to
belongings.
stop
and-
early today.
If we all can go 20 minutes, I can paint the next picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we're just gonna talk in the mansion about what we're gonna
Alright,
do.
cool.
By the way, Alistair, throwback to season. Fucking kidding me!
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, right. There's none of your friends know what that means.
Yeah.
You might want to tell them.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to calm me down, but that's what Alistair's doing.
Can I roll a history to see if Rose
You-
would know?
Rose
Because
would.
Rose
Rose
is
probably out of you guys.
Yeah,
would have-
intelligence and history check.
intelligence. And
Barnaby,
history.
you see cool, calm, collected Alistair losing his mind.
Yeah.
History. Continue on. I can take.
Just gonna rip the buttons off of my shirt. And just-
You know that Cap is single-handedly accredited to the stop of the First Inquisition. Like he is known as not just one of the heroes. He's one of the ones that brokered the deal with the church to stop it. Not only did he kill a lot of priests when it came to like people.
I think
going
he's
against
one of the
vampires.
few people Benoit, my sire,
Oh yeah,
is
would
terrified
be,
of.
Would be like boom.
Yeah.
I mean, not even in fear, like in respect.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah, like a vampiric. It's
Yeah.
more like a there is no way.
yeah.
You know?
Yep.
More of an all.
Yeah, like
Without
out
the
out of your
all.
league. Yeah, like
Yeah.
out of my league kind of thing.
Walt, you heard the word Reno. You know that to be part of the Rocky Mountains up top at the very tip of Vegas. Is something that you know.
Yeah, a couple 100 miles north.
Yep. Yeah. Further than you would ever travel. I mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah. You know, it's more open country there, more trees, they get snow, something that you know. It's part of an impossible pass. Things you all know. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Still freaking
Yeah,
out.
right. You've sent out, your person.
Yeah, I'm gonna go also have a word with my other two, Daisy and the petulant one, because they need to stay in their rooms.
Yeah.
They need to not be seen.
If I could get one of
When you were standing there, I know there was a lot of dirt. I thought you, she like tugs down your like one finger.
The plate flies
You
past.
know what I mean? Like, and she's like, well, and he points, and you see the dust is finally settled. On one of the horses, you see in two collars, you see Thistle, and you see Jake, like collared and tied to one of the
Oh,
Well, that's gonna be a fucking problem.
shit.
Call it to what now?
one of the horses.
Thistle,
and there's no one on guard either. They're just
Thistle and Mr. Johnny seem to have been captured by these gentlemen.
Alistair pops out. What? Jesus.
the one thing you guys don't see was off camera. The kid they sent to go get him. That's one of the heads that are hanging.
Ah, for fuck's sakes.
Guys,
Wham.
Alistair's like, his shirt is ripped open. just wild. Like his,
Like, it's
his
rubbed
hat
your
is off.
eyebrows
Yeah, his
off of your
hat
face
is
at this
off. His
point.
hair is wild. Do any of you realize the level of fucked that we are?
I mean, I've got a pretty good idea, but apparently it's much more than even I'm aware.
Anybody? Anybody?
From your actions, I would gather that it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Rusty?
Not a clue.
Excellent.
What you
Okay.
would know, Rusty, would be how hard it would be to make a city up there.
Okay.
But also,
everybody, if
what
you,
they
if
would
you,
have had to
if you would
go
just,
through to capture.
if you would just join me
Those
in
two.
the kitchen area momentarily. Thank you. Thank you. Now, please.
To the kitchenette. To the kitchenette.
To the kitchen.
So, Grand,
Eh?
you're aware of how fucked you.
Oh
know.
yeah, he's a hero.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
in one perspective,
Look at Grand for a moment. Look
Ah?
at how. Okay, well,
yes.
the power that he.
He has his
um,
gorgeous son behind him, though. I mean, like,
Right.
A powerful kindred, indeed, right? One that my sire deeply respected and was a little scared of, if I'm being honest. That guy, I'm pointing like, towards the camp, is he could make him look like that one, and I pointed at the kid.
that's actually quite true. I mean, he was a legend when I was created. I mean, to stop the Inquisition.
This is a prince of the Camarilla in the most textbook terms. This is one misstep, and he has the authority to remove lower kindred.
Oh yeah, there's no reason for him to check in with practically anyone.
He is the only reason he wouldn't be a Justicar is because he just loves the Camarilla too much
So
to be away from it for too long. You understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying. What I don't understand is how you missed that in the research of where you were going to put your town.
Actually, you wouldn't have known. It wouldn't.
Because he went out west
Yeah,
and
that's
nobody
all-
has heard from
the,
him.
The story.
disappeared.
Yeah, the
Yes.
story. He was the first, like after you got off of Plymouth.
You remember
He
Lewis
was
and
like,
Clark?
I'm gonna go figure that shit out.
You remember,
and he
you remember
went.
Lewis and Clark?
Well, yes, I remember the
That's
stories.
about when he disappeared.
Oh, well,
Like, yeah, it would be known in the vamp. It's more talked about in myth and legend of this great guy that ended. If you're a Camarilla fan, he's the great guy that ended the Inquisition.
right.
He brokered the deal with the church, and then when we got to the Americas, he was the first to go west.
Right.
Explain all of that.
Yeah.
And
Like, if you land on the Camarilla side, he's a fucking hero.
I was very calculating in the dangers that were out here. This was not in the docket. This is a beyond fucked situation. If he finds out that we are have broken away from the Camarilla and that we're all more or less on the lam, this mansion will be his by tomorrow night.
Well, then you better play your role as prince impeccably well.
Yeah, which means all of you need to play the role of my counsel impeccably well.
Well, that's
because-
not much of a problem. We are all charming. We're all charming.
Barnaby's sipping the
Yeah,
the bottle.
the rest of it.
I mean, he's
No.
a sheriff if I've ever seen a sheriff.
Now, Rose, Rose, you understand
Yes,
as a Toreador.
of course.
How many of him have you seen in the Camarilla?
Well, I mean, not many. I've heard rumor.
Gangrels would be like scourges, like they
Yeah.
would be like rough this time of period. Actually, they'd be very useful this time of period. They'd be accepted outsiders.
They're one step above Nosferatu.
Yes,
Right.
exactly where you'd put them.
Yeah.
And Rusty, as a Bruja, I think you understand the situation here.
Not so much.
Okay.
Remember, I was born and raised out here.
Wow, I have so much to teach you in a very short amount of time. But we can lean into your Bruja tendencies. Strong silent type is going to be what I need out of you.
I'm pretty good at that. I'm really not appreciating them having my friends captured and collared up like that, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Well, something that does dawn on you when you say that there really wasn't any guards. It was just 2 leads, 2 collars, tied to a fucking horse.
If we play the pageantry correctly, and he believes that we are what we say we are, I might be able to tell him that we are brokering a deal with the werewolves for a peace, and that there was just a misunderstanding, and they can be released. Being as he was, by the way, you remember the Inquisition? Have you heard of the Inquisition?
I have heard of it, yes.
Okay, well, he helped broker a peace between that. So, if we are able to pull the proverbial wool over his eyes together, which means you need a change of clothes, Barnaby.
So you got your new printed.
Yeah.
That's good. We'll go through my stuff.
I fucking love that.
We're about the same size, so I should have some stuff that you can wear. You're gonna love it.
God.
I mean, honestly, what he'll be expecting is a cart. And
Yes,
thankfully, we have the cathedral.
we do. Thank God for that. For the first time ever, that thought has entered my brain.
Grand, super happy.
Yeah,
about
right.
that.
He's like,
Right.
ah.
Somebody appreciates what I've done instead of just getting yelled at for it.
Every once in a while, he does squeeze back and does the pack, and we're like, it's just fantastic.
So we're gonna play into the limited resources thing.
Yeah.
We might need your girls though.
To do what?
Bring the chalices. How good are they at playing
Servant.
mindless servant?
Well, Philippa and Rose.
Gun to their head. How good are they at acting?
Well, I mean,
9 out
They-
of 10.
yeah, they were not chosen by mistake.
Ms. Jones
Literally,
may
she's
be a problem.
she's an old actress, like has been in the industry. They were meant to.
So
be
maybe
able to
not.
make-
Maybe not your new hire, but your other girls.
Definitely not her.
They need to play the role of mindless.
Kate Winslet, that level.
You know, like we.
Yeah, Miss Jones should probably stay out of sight.
They cannot.
Yes, her as well.
Rose. They cannot misstep. They cannot.
Yeah,
They have to be perfect.
no problem.
And I would think Miss Jones more than Lily to stay out of sight.
Yeah.
Barnaby, you are going to be the law here, so you need to understand the law. So I hand him like the journal.
Rustling through papers.
I hand
Yo,
you the, I
and-
hand you the journal. I'm like, you have to memorize it.
It is complete. Like this. I mean, maybe Spurs is somebody to call in for your counsel too. I mean, like he was not shitty at his job. You hear not a knock, but you do hear the door open, and a familiar black vest individual walked in. Well, you seem to have some company on your front doorstep.
Mr. Shove, I've never been more happy to see a friendly face.
Absolutely, because if I know my people, they are well organized. What can I do to help?
It's a great question, Mr. Shaw.
Yeah, you see Pierre Pouf like straighten up his. He's come back to be Pierre. You have some real heavy hitters with you.
Yeah, we do have a misfit of girls.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
What about the mother of luck?
hasn't shown up yet.
Right.
She did give you the
Yeah.
information way ahead of time, though.
Mr. Shove, you are powerful in your own right. I think you've earned yourself a seat in the mansion.
All right, all right, all right.
Damn.
I'm gonna go touch base with my girls real quick. I'll be right back.
And Pierre, you are. I mean, really, we don't really need a cover story for you. You are you were a hunter, and if if they ask, you work for us.
Yeah,
You're under,
you know what?
under a contract.
My actual past, if what I'm to understand that he is, he would know my family. He would know the Poofs.
Good.
And I am known to be an exile. I am the black sheep.
And we saw potential in that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
your contract killer.
Perhaps he did not know of the time, but it was young when I was kicked out of the family, so it would make. I can show him the mask. He will probably have enough.
Yeah, don't put that on.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with
Yeah,
that
leave
again
it
right
And if
now.
you put it on,
Quite yet.
use it.
Yeah.
It is if worst. Also, hold on. What the fuck happened to the time guy?
Hmm?
The time guy.
Gone?
Put him on the train.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's gone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I put it on because time. Yourself's up.
Yeah, no, we had an agreement. We gave him some things, and then he ushered his way out. He'll be back eventually with more supplies and
I
stuff.
do
but-
not want to put this back.
I'm
He looks at
afraid
his
to.
vial. It is small. Apparently, what he takes isn't a full vial of it. You know what I mean? He goes, I have no interest in putting this ever back on myself, but
Okay.
if need be,
Okay, good to know.
I mean,
If one of us goes down, perhaps think about
yeah,
it.
it would not be the first vampire I killed.
When the vibe yeah, so that we might, continue brokering that peace. But that being said, I would say high probability of inevitable death between all of us. If I'm being completely honest,
Yeah, you see,
I'd give it I'd say a coin flip, but less.
you see Shove he brushes his vest. There's a little bit of white that is shown through, and you can see him trying to green a little bit of power. You hear as you say that Pierre Proof it just automatically brings out his pistols and is going through it. There's no dust in his as you go through. You see Grand look over, and he looks over his shoulder to his new son, and he nods. You know what I mean? This is a whole. You haven't explored any of that yet.
I mean,
But,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong. If the thing is, one misstep, and we're gonna have to go directly into a surprise attack.
Right.
You understand?
Yep, I do understand.
Because if he reaches for that saber, we have to get the first hit. It has to be a hard hit, and hopefully no hit at all for now. Because I don't know how long we can keep this up.
You hear boom, 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 out of breath outside of the door.
Alistair just puts his head on the table.
Barnaby gets the door.
It's Cowboy. He has a woman with him.
Who?
An actual human woman is in the center of their camp. And that's where we're going to leave this particular episode.
Alistair is looking up
Did he bring the woman? We don't
The
know.
information you
Find
know.
out next
Thank you so much for joining us at
Yeah.
Vampires and
Alright.
Vitae. Please do like and subscribe. You can't imagine how much that helps us. And always remember, take a big bite out of life.
Maybe we'll do a weekend.